Hello everyone. Hello my loves. This is your divine Cancierian goddess here with you, and I am back with another video here on this channel. Make sure that if you're watching this that you click like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post new content here on this channel. You do not want to miss out on this vibe. It's dope, I promise. So my loves, I know you guys are probably wondering why I have this scarf on my head. Okay, first of all, what you're not going to do is judge me because my hair is not done, okay? I don't have my hair done, and I didn't want to get on this camera looking like a doggone scarecrow, okay? And on top of that, I like this scarf. I like the little pearls, and I like the sparkly stuff on it because it looks like something from space. It looked like stars to me. Just remind me of stuff. Well, I like it, and that's all that matters. Anyway, so guys, for tonight I'm going to be doing a video on all 12 signs. Okay, this is the first video that I'm doing where I talk about all 12 of the signs, and tonight we're going to be talking about the signs and their special abilities. Yes, I said their special abilities. If you did not already know, well, now you know that each and every sign has their own special ability, psychic ability, whatever you want to call it. You know, they have their own things that they're really good at. So that's what we're going to cover tonight. Oh, if I haven't already said it, thank you, much love to all of my subscribers, all of my previous subscribers. Thank you for sticking in here with your girl. I hope that you are continuing to enjoy this content. And to all my new subscribers, welcome to this channel, and I hope that you enjoy this content as much as I enjoy bringing this content to you. Okay, now how we're gonna do this is we're gonna do water, fire, earth, and air. Okay, and we're gonna go cardinal, mutable, and fixed. Okay, so first we're gonna start with our water signs, and for our water signs we are going to begin with Cancer, cardinal water. So Cancers. And this is for male and female, okay? All of these signs I'm doing male and female, okay? So Cancers, you are the feelers, okay? Cancers, you have the ability to pick up on what someone else is feeling, and not only pick up on what they're feeling, but you are also able to understand why they're feeling how they're feeling. Being a Cancer myself, I've had this happen to me a lot, where I could be standing next to a complete stranger, or there could be a complete stranger on the other side of the room, and if they're feeling sad, or if they're feeling really down, or you know something's going on with them and something off, I don't even have to know this person, and I will feel and completely like pick up on everything that they're feeling. And sometimes it's so intense, it's to the point where I'm in my head and I'm like, does anybody else feel that? You know what I'm saying? Is anybody else picking up on this? Because I really can feel, you know, what other people are feeling. And that's kind of hard to understand if you're not a Cancer yourself, or if you're not a water sign yourself, because I think all water signs have that ability to be feelers, but it's, you know, it depends on if they want to. You know, Scorpios are not really interested in the feeling part. You know, you understand, they're more of a stand back and kind of observe and watch from a distance. And then Pisces will feel what you're feeling, but the Pisces won't want to put themselves in your shoes so quickly. And that's just being, you know, Pisces being mutable, they will naturally understand, you know, hey, this person is feeling this way. But with Cancer being cardinal, and your cardinal signs are your initiators, your cardinal signs are your changers and your movers and your shakers, they will understand completely, like a download in their head, how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and what you need to get you out of that stink. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, we're the full package when it comes to being a feeler and connecting with others on an emotional and even in a spiritual way. Now, for example, I had an experience a few years ago. This is before COVID, where my son was performing, you know, for some kind of art project they were doing at their school, and it was really cute. And they had different schools at this center for this dance performance. And there was this particular teacher, and she got up there and she was talking about, you know, how much she loved her students. She was a high school teacher, and she had special needs high school students. And I could just feel you know, the passion that she had for what she did. And I could just feel how much she really loved and cared for her students. You know, it almost made me want to cry. I could feel how worried she was about them, you know, when it came to, like, you know, how life was going to be like for them after high school, and, you know, how they were going to be able to get careers and have normal lives, you know, normal adult lives. I could feel the concern that was in her, you know, and it was so strong and it was so heavy to me. I was looking at this woman and it was like a download in my head, and I was like, she's feeling like this because this, and it was just the weirdest thing. And I'm like looking around and I'm looking over my shoulder. I have tears rolling down my face, and I'm like, nobody else feels what I'm feeling right now. You know, it was just ridiculous. Like, nobody was looking at me. I wasn't bawling, but it's like I literally could feel, you know, the emotions that was going on inside of her when it came to her love and her passion for, you know, being their teacher. And, you know, that's just me being a Cancer. We are feelers, and we feel on that kind of level. Now, because we feel on this very intense level, and because Cancers are, you know, they can be master manifestors of their emotion, or they can be master manipulators of others' emotions. But you have to be a pretty evolved Cancer to be able to do both and have the balance, okay? Now, it's very important that Cancers cleanse their energy and cleanse their aura, and, you know, cleanse the atmospheres around them, because we pick up on things. And, you know, Cancers are introverted. We're ruled by the moon. So not only do we pick up on things, but sometimes we hold on to things, even when it's not healthy. Sometimes we hold on to things. So it's really important that we cleanse and that we have a very positive, you know, spiritual relationship with God, because, you know, we are constantly picking up on other people's emotions and vibes, negative or positive. And sometimes we can do this without even trying. So it's very important that we keep ourselves, you know, vibrating on a high, you know, spiritually, a high vibration, mentally as well, because that's why sometimes Cancers can fall into like anxiety or insomnia or depression, not because that's what's going on within us. It's because we don't understand that the people that we're surrounding ourselves with may be going through that, and we are picking up on it and we're reflecting on it, and we don't even realize it. We're internalizing other people's stuff. That's why Cancers tend to be loners as well, because we can tell whether or not you have ill intentions. You can't fool a Cancer. It's really, really hard to fool a Cancer, because we feel every doggone thing. We know when you're not right for us. And sometimes Cancers make the mistake to where they know that this person is not right for them, but they want to go in and they want to fix what's wrong with them. And we end up attaching ourselves to toxic situations. That's why it's really important that Cancers keep their circle small and keep positivity around them. Keep people around y'all that y'all can trust, because you're going to need a shoulder to cry on. People pick on Cancers and say that Cancers are crybabies and all we do is cry. But really, crying is very cleansing for Cancers. It's actually really good for us. It's a way that we cleanse spiritually and emotionally. A Cancer and a good cry, wonderful. You want your Cancer to cry. Because you want your Cancer to be clean, mentally, spiritually, physically. You want your Cancer to feel free and to feel clean. So, you know, crying is actually a good thing. It's good that we cry. That's how we cleanse ourselves. We feel better after a cry. Cancers get over stuff real quick. It's like we go through it, and it's almost like, I know, okay, this is going to be painful. I'm probably going to cry about it, but I know I'm going to feel better after I cry. So, you know, that's just us, okay? We just have to learn how to train ourselves as Cancers emotionally, and how to handle our emotions, okay? And how to manifest positive emotions. And if we are going to use that to manipulate an emotion, let it be for a positive manner, for good and not for bad, Cancer. Because you do have those dark-sided Cancers. Because Cancers, we go in and we change situations. We go in and we peep the vibe in the room, and if we don't like the vibe in the room, we change the vibe in the room. That's a Cancer. That's a Cancer. And Cancers are naturally a negative sign. So we really have to work on that to stay positive. Okay? So next we have Pisces. Okay? Our Pisces, this is our mutable water. Okay? The Pisces is the understander. The Pisces is the friend in the group that never judges anybody. The Pisces is the friend that you're going to feel comfortable talking to about any and everything. Pisces are going to make you feel comfortable to talk to them about any and everything. And next to the Sagittarius. Sagittarians are like that too. Sagittarius, you'll be spilling your guts to a Sagittarius, okay? But we'll get to them in a minute. Pisces is the understander. This is the one that is not going to necessarily cry with you if they find you in an emotional slump, because this is a water sign, and this is a very emotionally psychic sign as well, maybe even more than Cancers. Pisces are very psychic. But the Pisces is not going to suffer with you. See, the Cancer doesn't mind suffering through this with you because we feel what you're feeling, so we want to get through it with you. The Pisces comes from a more logical standpoint when it comes to understanding what someone needs on an emotional or a spiritual level. And what I mean by that is, they will analyze what's going on with you. They will, okay, I understand what you're saying. Now let's try to fix it. They're not going to stay in a slump with you. The Pisces is more of an action kind of thing. They're going to understand it, and then they're going to look for a solution. These are your, they're emotional, but they're logical. Your Pisces, she's emotional, but she's logical. Okay? So she's not going to allow the emotions or, the dread or whatever is going on around her to affect her directly. She's not going to internalize it like a Cancer would. She's not going to internalize it. She's going to find out what the issue is, find out what needs to be done, and then she's going to find a solution. Now, this is something that the Pisces has to be careful of. The Pisces needs to make sure that they always have clear boundaries set in their relationship, because you don't want to become a people pleaser and a problem solver, because that's when you start to get used. That's when you start to get used, because people will see your light and be attracted to you and then drain you, not reciprocate back what you're giving out. Pisces, they have a tendency to give more than what they get in their friendships and in their relationships. Yeah. Those Pisces, you guys have to make sure that you set clear boundaries in your friendships, in your relationships, in your family ships, whatever you want to call it, because people tend to want to use you because you always seem like you have the answer. You always seem like you have the answer, and you make people feel so comfortable around you till you get to the point where you're uncomfortable and you don't know how to express that because you're so worried about hurting the feelings of others. Learn to put yourself first, Pisces. Learn to put yourself first. Next, we have fixed water, which is Scorpio. My dear sister is a Scorpio. Shout out to her. Scorpio is the detached. Okay? I would deem the Scorpio the more detached of the water signs emotionally. Scorpio has the ability to not allow what's going on around them affect them directly. The Scorpio, they're emotional, but they're very secretive about it. The Scorpio is very mysterious. You don't really know what's going on with the Scorpio. You gotta really know a Scorpio to know a Scorpio. Don't ever think you always have a Scorpio figured out, because it's always something going on in the background. You have to know a Scorpio, you gotta know a Scorpio. They have to let you in. Scorpios are extremely secretive and mysterious, okay? Now, Scorpios, This is the kind of sign that thinks that they have the answers for everything as well. And Scorpios have a hard time being told that they don't know what they're talking about. Scorpios have a hard time being told that they don't know what they're talking about. Scorpios have to be careful to not be stubborn. I know this is a fixed sign, and fixed signs do tend to be stubborn and stuck in their ways. But Scorpio, the good thing about Scorpio is, and their ability is to have the ability to not let what's going on around them affect them directly. They may talk to you about it. They may conversate about it. They may seem interested about it, but they don't open up. They don't open up to it. Scorpios have like this invisible wall in front of them. You know what I'm saying? They only touch what they want to touch. They only get into what they want to get into. You know what I'm saying? They're very much like in their own lane. You know, the Scorpios can come off as extremely detached if you're not in their circle, which tends to be pretty small. If you're not in their circle. You know, and a Scorpio, you know if a Scorpio likes you or not, because they don't hide it. They don't hide it. They make it very clear to you if, you know, if they want to be friends with you, or, you know, if they F with you, you'll know. And if they don't like you, you'll know, because they'll straight up tell you, or they'll straight up show you. Scorpios, they're tough. They are who they are. They are tough. And Scorpios, you ever heard the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Scorpios are the masters of keeping their enemies close. A Scorpio will smile in your face and kiki with you, knowing that you don't like them, just so they can keep an eye on you. So they'll always be 10 steps ahead. So you'll think that you fooling a Scorpio. You'll think that you being phony with a Scorpio and whatever. You think you being slick. That Scorpio already know, because they are psychic. All the water signs are psychic. Scorpios are very psychic. Okay. So that was the water signs. Now we are going to move on to our fire signs, and we're going to start with the Aries. The Aries, okay, is the spark. The Aries special ability is the ability to spark imagination, to make what you imagine come in the physical life that we live right now. Y'all have the ability to make dreams come true. I hate like tooting the horn of Aries, because they're already so full of themselves. Okay, but Aries, I mean, they are very goal oriented. These are very driven people. Aries are not afraid to fail. Aries are not afraid to fail. Aries are the kind of people where, you know, they're like, hey, if this is a chance that I gotta take, then I'll take this chance. They're very driven, okay? And they're very goal oriented. And they have the ability to put their mind to something and stick to it. They can put their mind to something and they'll stick to it, okay? They strategize. But the thing about the Aries is, Aries, you need to remain teachable. Don't get the big head. Don't be so fast moving. Don't be so impulsive that you continue to make mistakes. See, Aries will get where they want to go, and Aries, they will eventually reach their goal, but they tend to make a lot of mistakes on the way because they're impulsive and they feel like they have it all figured out and they don't have to listen to nobody else. Tell me I'm lying, Aries. Tell me I'm lying. You guys are very driven. You guys are very goal oriented. You guys will get the job done. Y'all will spark the flame, and you guys are the first sign of the Zodiac, so you represent the beginning of cycles. You represent the beginning of new cycles. So you guys, you know, you have the great ideas, the goal, the plan, but it's the way you go about it. It's the way you go about it. A lot of times, because the Aries does represent, I'm just playing with this because I'm trying to get it to how I want it, but whatever, y'all ignore me. But what was I saying? The Aries is the baby of the zodiac. So sometimes the Aries may find themselves in a situation where they're starting something, or let's say they want to start a business, and they often start on things prematurely. Like they try to get to the end, they try to walk before they crawl. That's how the Aries is. They try to walk before they crawl. So sometimes things happen for them really quickly and they get stuff off the ground really fast, but it doesn't last. You get what I'm saying? So Aries, y'all have to work on not being so impulsive, but you guys do have that ability to not be fearful. You guys are not afraid to fail. You guys are not afraid to take the first step in the situation. You guys are not afraid to initiate and tell, your ideas and things of that nature. Okay. Next, we have the Sagittarius. My dad's a Sagittarius. Shout out to my dad. Whoop, whoop. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys are the leaders, okay? And I'm talking about evolved Sagittarians. You guys, you're our philosophers, our travelers, our teachers, our gurus, okay? You guys are the leaders. Sagittarians, kind of like the Aries, they can be a little bullheaded too, because Sagittarians can get into this mode where they think they know it all too, and it's kind of hard to get a Sagittarius to understand when they're wrong. But their special ability is the ability to lead. They have the ability to, they're your teachers, okay? They do rule. What? Wait a second. Let me go back. I can't find it. Okay, anyway, I'll find it. The Sagittarius is the leader. They are the teachers. They are the initiators, okay? The Sagittarius wants to run-ish, okay? Your Sagittarius, whether it be male or female, they want to run the show, okay? And they know how to run it. And they know how to run it. And the thing is, you don't have to like boost the confidence of a Sagittarius, okay? A Sagittarius will gladly toot their own horn, okay? Gladly, okay? They are leaders and they are confident, okay? Now, the Sagittarius, like I said, has to be flexible and don't become unteachable. Don't think because you know so much that you don't have any space to learn more. Don't think that because you know so much and you're so seasoned that you cannot continue to learn, because we are always learning. We are always evolving as human beings, okay? And the last, for the fire signs, we have the Leo, and the Leo is our fixed fire. Now, I like this one, okay? I like this one. Like I said, my best friend is a Leo. My boo thing is a Leo. I'm a Cancer Leo, cuz Leos are really fun. I just love them. So the Leo is the jaw dropper, okay? The Leo is the jaw dropper, the head turner. The Leo has the ability to take charge in a room, but it's the way they do it. It's the way they do it. Leos are slick. Let me tell y'all something. Leos are slick. Leos are slick as hell. Leos know how to get the job done without having to do the job. Leos know how to get you to do what they should be doing for them. Because Leos, they don't like to sweat. The lion, now Leo is represented by the lion, not the lioness. The lion. Okay, the male. Okay, so if you ever seen, lions in a pack, the male is not the hunter, the female is the hunter. Okay, that's what makes the difference between the male Leo and the female Leo. Okay, I find that the female Leo is more of an aggressor than the male Leo. Now, Leos know how to take charge of a room, organize the room, and get everybody on their own task. Leos know how to get the job done without having to get their hands dirty. They're very persuasive. Oh yes, Leos have talk game out of this world. Talk game out of this world, okay? Leos are very persuasive. They're not liars, but they're very persuasive. They know how to word things so that it works in their favor. Oh, Leos, oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Leos, don't come for me. Okay? Don't come for me unless I send for you. Okay? If I'm lying, Leos. No, I didn't. Y'all didn't catch that? All right, I caught that. I caught it. If you didn't catch it, whatever. Get a personality. I caught it. Lions. Lion ass lions. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah. Leos rule finesse and character. Okay. Leos rule finesse and character. Now, Leos have to be careful. Leos have to be careful with drawing so much attention to them, because they also like their space. They also like their space, okay? Leos, they just like to prove to themselves that they can get a certain amount of attention. It's kind of like a mental game that they play. They just want to see how many people are actually going to awe over them, you know, when they prance through the room, how many people, you know what I'm saying? But when they actually start getting that attention that they're drawing to themselves, then they're like, back up off me. You know what I'm saying? Leos like their space too, so they have to be careful about always prancing around and strutting their stuff, because then they're going to start attracting energies and people and vibes, and they may not like all of that, you know what I'm saying? So then they're like, oh, how do I get out of this? But they always put themselves in it. Just ridiculous. You Leos, but you gotta love them. You gotta love them. You know, you have to love them. Okay, now we're going to move on to our earth signs, and we are going to begin with the Capricorn. We have cardinal earth. Okay, Capricorn is the game changer. Okay, the Capricorn has the ability to go into an empty situation and fill it up and make it what you never thought it would be. They are manifestors as well. Now, this is a cardinal sign. Okay, all of the cardinal signs are manifestors. All the cardinal signs are the initiators. Now, the Capricorn has the ability to go into a situation, a business, a relationship, a dry spot, whatever it is, and just make stuff bloom out of nothing. The Capricorn has the ability to make something out of nothing. The Capricorns are very logical. This is not an emotional sign. Capricorns know how to organize and put things together. Capricorns know how to organize and put people together in order to make something, in order to manifest something. They just know how to like gather and expand. Okay? Capricorns know how to expand. They just know how to put stuff together. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Now, Capricorns can also be very unattached and detached emotionally. Capricorns may find it hard for them to, stay committed in a relationship for, especially your unevolved Capricorns. Capricorns tend to put their careers and their work life, above all. Sometimes they may lack love, or they may not understand what they're lacking is love, and they try to cover that up with material things. You understand? So Capricorns need to also understand that they need, love and emotion and affection just as much as they need money and cars and jewelry. So, because you're a very materialistic sign. So, guys, find a balance and understand that money cannot buy you happiness. Okay, Capricorns? Now we have Virgo. Virgo is our mutable earth sign. Okay, I like Virgo. My mom's a Virgo. Shout out to my mom. Woo-hoo. So Virgo is the analyzer. Virgo is the analyzer. Okay, Virgos, these are the people that will sit back and analyze the situation. They may not connect with you emotionally, because this is an earth sign. They may not connect with you emotionally, but they will sit and listen, and they will sit and watch, and they will analyze and gather information about you in order to understand what they need to be for you. The Virgo will analyze you and watch you from a distance to understand you on a logical stance, to say, okay, this is what I need to be for this person. The negative side to that, Virgo, is you become a people pleaser. I spoke about Virgo in my last video. I think it was compatibility for the Virgo female and the Cancer male. And I said, Virgos, y'all have to be careful not to become people pleasers, because Virgos, like Pisces, tend to put more into the relationship or more into the friendship or more into the situation than what they're going to get out of it. And they feel like, well, I just have to be okay with it because it's helping someone else in a positive manner, but it's draining you. It's draining you, Virgo. So Virgos have to also, put those boundaries in place, okay? Put those boundaries in place and stick with it. No matter if that person, needs something else from you or wants something or requires, it doesn't matter. If it goes, beyond the boundaries, learn how to cut it off, Virgo, because you're going to continue to drain yourself. But the special ability of a Virgo is to be able to analyze and to pay attention to detail. Virgos are very detail oriented, okay? Virgos rule organization and schedule, okay? They're detail oriented. So you don't have to worry about having to clean up after a Virgo. Because whatever move that a Virgo makes, understand that she has really thought it through. She has really taken her time. She or he, we're doing male and female. She has really taken her time to think it through. Virgos don't do things just off the cuff. They can't live like that. Virgos don't do things just spontaneously. If you're not paying attention to your Virgo, you may think that what they're doing is spontaneous and just out of the blue. But that Virgo been planning that for a long time. That Virgo's been planning that for a long time. Virgos, what you need to work on is being judgmental. Because you are the analyzer. So you may see something that you don't like about a person, and you may tell that person because you don't feel the need to emotionally connect first. You just go to that person and be like, hey, this and that is wrong with you, and you need to change this because you look crazy. Virgos are blunt like that. Males and females. Virgos are blunt like that. They just tell it like it is. They may not realize until afterwards that they hurt your feelings. And they may be coming from a good place, really wanting to help you, really wanting to give you advice because they care about you. But Virgos have to understand that it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. Virgos need to work on their delivery when they're talking to people, because Virgos can be very harsh, male and female. Male and female. Now, to tell if a Virgo is doing it just to be mean, if a Virgo comes out and says something to you like, let's say you having a bad hair day, and the Virgo is like, girl, when you gonna get your hair done? Because you like a scarecrow, you look crazy. And that may hurt the feelings of your fellow Pisces or your fellow, Cancer. And you be like, well, when you said that, Virgo, that hurt my feelings. I didn't like the way you said that to me. So your Virgo will come back and apologize, like, oh, well, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like this. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. See, the Virgo will go back and apologize to you if they didn't really mean it in that way. But if the Virgo was just coming at you crazy and just, pointing out everything they don't like about you, that Virgo is doing it just to be mean, and they want you up out of their space. That Virgo is doing it just to be mean and because they want you up out of their space. Virgos will purposely make you feel uncomfortable so you can get from around them. Virgos will use that judgmental side of them. They'll be mean and make you feel uncomfortable on purpose if they don't like you like that, and if they want you up out of their space. Okay. And the last for the earth signs, we have Taurus. Taurus is our fixed earth sign. Okay. Now Taurus has the ability, the special ability of endurance. Okay. Tauruses do not give up easily. They do not give up easily. They are bullheaded. Tauruses are the kind of person, if you give them a challenge, they will challenge the challenge. They will challenge the challenge. Tauruses are bullheaded as hell, okay? And they have the special ability of endurance. If a Taurus is down for you, they're down for you. So if you fall out with a Taurus, you must have really did something wrong. If you fall out with a Taurus, you must have really did something wrong. Because Tauruses, they will put up with you and put up with you and put up with you until they just can't do it no more. They'll fight for you and they'll put up with you until they just can't do it no more. Okay? Now, with the Taurus, what you guys need to work on is your temperament. You need to work on your temperament, Taurus. People need to be able to feel comfortable talking to you and telling you that you did something that made them feel away. People need to be able to feel comfortable with you, Taurus. So you have to work on your temperament. Don't be so quick to snap and pop off, Taurus. Relax, Taurus. It's not that serious, Taurus. Okay? People, you need to work on, you know, having a lighter aura about yourself. You know, make people feel comfortable talking to you and telling you things. You understand? You don't want people having a tiptoe around you, Taurus. Be nice, Taurus. But the Taurus special ability is endurance, okay? Now we have our air signs, and we are going to start with the Libra. Now the Libra is the persuader. Okay, the Libra is cardinal air. Okay, now Libra is the persuader. Libras know how to talk their way in and out of situations. They're kind of like, you know, with the finesse, kind of like the Leo. But the thing about the Libra is you can see right through them. The Leo is very, you know, charismatic. They put on a show. They put on a face. They put on an act. So it's kind of hard to tell when they're just, you know, blowing smoke. But your Libra, they are the persuaders. Libras know what to say, how to say, who to say it to. You know, they think about stuff before they go and do it. You have to really watch a Libra because they can be really slick. And you did something that you wouldn't normally do. So, and you'll be like, wait a minute, what the hell? What am I doing? I wouldn't normally do this. That doggone Libra done got in your ear. Yeah, the Libra is the persuader. The Libra will sell you a dream. The Libra will sell you a dream. The Libra will put themselves in your shoes just to almost use it against you in a sense. They get to know you so they know what to do to be able to use you. I know that sounds really negative, but that is, you know, their special ability is to be able to persuade you. And if you don't really know them like that, you'll fall for it. You'll freaking fall for it. So that is a special ability of the Libra. Now the Gemini. The Gemini is our mutable air sign, okay? And this is the observer, okay? The Gemini has the ability, the Gemini kind of reminds me of the Virgo in this way, because they're able to sit back and observe a situation and understand where everyone is coming from. They know how to put themselves in other people's shoes without taking on that emotion or without taking on whatever it is that person has going on. Now that is the special ability of the Gemini, okay? The Gemini knows how to do things in a way where they're not involving themselves. They know how to separate the two. They rule the boundary aspect of situations and relationships, okay? They're all about boundaries. They know how to not take on other people's toxic behaviors or other people's problems, okay? But they're also not judgmental. Geminis, they're very social and they're known to be very easy to talk to. Okay, that's where they differ when it comes to Virgo, because Virgo will analyze you, but then Virgo will come back with a judgment. See, the Gemini, he'll observe you, but then he will want to relate with you. Okay, not so much feel what you're feeling, not so much to feel what you're feeling, but just to relate with you. Like, yeah, I understand. Like, I may not agree with this, but I'm not going to say anything about it because it ain't my business. That's your Gemini. That's your Gemini. Geminis have the ability to be attached without attaching. And however you want to take that, you go ahead and take that. It probably went over y'all heads, but it's okay. It's okay. I love y'all so much. Okay. And the last of the air signs, we have the Aquarius. Okay. Now, the Aquarius is the predictor. Okay. The Aquarius is able to, and it's so funny because they come off so mean and just